right? You know, just Saturday night. What can I say?
Right. Saturday night, right, Saturday night. Saturday Night Live with Stephen D. Kelly. That's a pleasure for me. It's a big pleasure for me.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Huh?
There are a couple of videos I've uploaded on Hurricane Matthew, and the people that they uploaded the video
Uh-huh.
originally, they on the video they speak and they say out loud, they say that they've never seen anything like it before. I don't know if this is just something that they want to say to cause, to cause attention, but do you believe that they may be, like really never seen something like that before?
I don't understand. Never seen. What exactly you asking?
Do you think these people are exaggerating, or do you think it's really massive? These storms are massive.
I think these storms are massive, and I think that the West Coast is getting ready to be hit by one right now. Our West Coast, fortunately, it's not going to hit near me. They say it's going to hit up in the north, but there are some warnings up there, from Canada down. So, yeah, I suspect that I originally thought that this was manipulated, and the purpose of this was somehow to cause enough destruction to disrupt the elections, of course, and to distract people from Donald Trump seizing the election.
They use a lot of things they can, Stephen, to put on the media to cause distraction. You know what I mean? For example, Hillary Clinton, if I'm not mistaken, she has been accused. There's documents leaked saying that the Clintons killed this very important guy, right? And all of this just disappeared from the media, and Hurricane Matthew took its lead, and suddenly Donald Trump took the lead with all that bullshit. Sorry, but
They're guilty of mass murder. You got to understand it. This is mass murder. Hillary has killed over 100 people. Okay, it's hard to keep track.
could you name like two or three?
No, what, two or three?
Yeah.
Seth Richards just killed a few months ago. It worked for the DNC. That's just one. Antonin Scalia, Supreme Court Justice. There's another. How many do you want? I mean, come on, they're dropping like flies right now. The doctor that treated her for her blood clot just turned up dead. I mean, come on, they're dropping like flies. Anybody that comes in contact with her gets killed.
Okay, so it's that serious.
Yeah, she's called a serial mass murderer.
It's pretty interesting, man. Do you think that the elections will occur?
There's a pretty good chance they'll occur.
I mean, do you think that maybe something could happen before that would stop the elections? For example, a hurricane or a bombing?
They're going to try very hard to do that. They're going to try a hurricane. They're going to try all sorts of things. Whether or not they'll succeed remains to be seen.
The hurricane seems to be these storms. They are very interested in these storms, man.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen, because if the storm hits the northern part of the country, it's not going to have as much effect as if it were to hit the southern part of the country. So, yeah.
What the heck is with her and these media interviews where she just goes bananas? What the hell's going on with her?
Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, cocaine use, alcohol, and the very possibility that she's not even human.
Okay. What? She's not even human?
There's a good possibility she's not human. There's a very good chance that she's been cloned many times.
Many times. Well, there is a very big YouTube video on that. When I'm being big, it's huge. People are talking about it. Well, you're saying that maybe they use a clone for some purpose and then they dispose of it?
They don't last very long. They use it till it's not working, stops working well.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, right. They're not going to grow a clone for 40 years. They're going to grow a clone for 1 day or two, and there's probably a speed up process that they can achieve a certain age.
You're talking about alien technology, all right? It's
what?
It's alien technology. This process. This is not something they developed in America. This is alien technology.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any knowledge in that? Or you just...
Of course. Come on, man.
Sure.
Where do you think this stuff comes from? This cloning technology. It's not Dolly the sheep that's going on here. This is not Avatar the movie. This is how they really do it.
They're using another method to clone Hillary. That's what you're saying. The one that's not the human clone. The method.
Clones are made from the soul. They use the soul. They take the soul to make the clone. They don't do it from here. This is like alien technology that they use to actually do this. It's not like you'd think. I mean, yeah, sure, they have things where they grow these things. They do this all over. They do this in Europe, in England. They do that. They grow these entities they call EBTs, which look like little gray aliens, but that's different. These things, when they do it to a human, it's the same thing as the process that a human goes through during an abduction. When you're abducted, your soul is actually being taken, and from that soul they can recreate you completely, because the soul is just a blueprint. It's your sine wave that basically determines what you are. It's very easy for them to recreate that. And
by any chance, do you believe that they created another world doing that, Stephen?
Oh, that's silly. No.
Well, do you know? Have you heard about the Mandela effect?
Yeah. They're talking about the Mandela effect. Basically, that's reality. That's just modifications in reality. And if you understand the nature of reality, then it's really not all that mysterious when something changes like that, because humans are capable of changing reality just by mass perceived projection of what reality should be. So enough people decide that something's going to be a certain way, the reality of that thing will actually accommodate itself to that perceived perception.
Sure. Yes, I agree totally with that. Yeah.
That's what the Mandela effect is.
Yeah. It's something simple that they're trying to make it confusing, right? Complicated.
Yes, exactly. They're trying to make it very complicated.
Yes.
They're trying to blame it on CERN and all this crap, as if as if some malevolent humans are screwing with our dimensions and what have you. That's bullshit. It's what it really is that we are fast approaching the fourth density, which is not a dimensional shift, and it's nothing to be afraid of. And it just means that our ability to manifest our reality is becoming very strong, and people are starting to do it. And those that aren't involved are noticing it, and it's being called the Mandela effect.
That's why I asked you about Hillary's attitude, crazy attitude. You know what I mean? Like, do you think that there's some kind of magic they put on her, or that's just because she's a clone? You know?
No, there's no demonic possession of what Hillary, there's two things that are going on with Hillary. Either she's completely got brain problems and health problems that cause her to do this, which is very highly likely. Okay. And at the same time, it's also very highly likely that there is more than one Hillary walking around here. And some of these replacement Hillarys don't last very long, and they die and they get replaced. And I suspect that the clone technology, I suspect there's a very good chance that they would like to take Hillary and replace her full time with a clone. And I don't think Hillary wants that. I think she's resisting. But I think if she dies, I think they are going to do that, and we're not even going to know better.
Well, how did Donald Trump escape from all of this, Stephen? Like, from all of this, because he's a rich guy, right? He's got money. Hasn't his family been invited into the shadow government?
Because they don't care about him.
Okay.
He's not good enough to them.
Wow.
He's just average. Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
To them, he's just a lowlife.
Okay, he's a normal guy, like you said. Right. So they don't enjoy normal guys. They don't care. That's very interesting.
All right. Look, this is the thing. Just to cut to the chase. If you're not Jewish, first of all, you don't count. And second of all, if you're not selling your soul, you don't count.
Same thing could happen. Hillary wins. You know, that could be hell for the world, right? That's what you're saying.
All right, Hillary can't win. There's several reasons why Hillary can't win. One, there's no way she could possibly get the votes. All right, there's the actual percentage of people that will vote for Hillary are like, just a few percent.
Right.
Just tiny percentage, and that means that in every single state, it's overwhelming right now for Trump. It's ridiculously overwhelming. You got to remember, I lived through Ronald Reagan. I saw this happen once before with Ronald. Okay. They did the same thing with Ronald Reagan. They tried to shut him down, and they tried to tell us that he was going to lose, just like they're telling us with Trump. Exact same thing. And he won in a landslide, historic landslide. Now Trump, his landslide will be bigger than Ronald Reagan's. That's the thing. You see, just like Brexit, what these assholes that are in the media are lying. They're a bunch of elitists. They work for all these international Jews and what have you, and they're going to lie about every single possible thing. And the people, the average people, the voters, they want revenge. And it's just like Brexit. They're going to band together. They're going to go out of their way to make sure that the enemy gets defeated. And when it's all over, It's going to be just like the same damn thing is going to happen like in Britain. They're going to go, oh, you voters are so stupid. You know, you did the wrong thing. Oh, we got to fix this because we can't have all these stupid people voting and making trouble with their votes. It's going to be the same thing. It's just like we have this insane person, Obama, saying that he's not going to leave office if Trump wins. I mean, dude, that's the sort of stuff that starts World War. That's the stuff that starts a civil war.
Exactly.
You know, people will die for stuff like that. And you also have to remember, all of the highest levels of office are completely corrupt and filled with criminals, like the FBI. The FBI is actually run. The head of the FBI is an actual criminal, a mobster. The head of the Department of Justice is an actual criminal, and all of these people are criminals. And the thing is that every single one of these people will get tried when Trump comes into office. They will eventually have to go and either go to jail or be hung for treason. And there's so many of them that this will happen to. The former attorney general, before the one that we've got right now, who is a criminal, he's responsible for giving guns to drug cartels that caused the deaths of many, many people. That's a hanging offense. That's an executable offense. Hillary treason and Barack Obama, they illegally destroyed Libya and then took those weapons and handed them over to Al-Qaeda and created a whole new terrorist group called ISIS. That's treason. And it's not only is it treason, but it's crimes against humanity, and it's genocide. And people are executed for these crimes. It's just like Nuremberg. It's no different than Nuremberg. The things that are being done by the American government right now, almost every single one of these people, are no different than the crimes that we used to to execute all those Nazis during Nuremberg. So there will be another Nuremberg sometime after Trump is elected, and this is why these people are so terrified. And you look at just recently, the one of the biggest criminals of all, Donald Rumsfeld, who of course was the defense secretary during the Bush administration, who was an architect of the Iraq War, awful career criminal, mass murderer, guilty of genocide and crimes against humanity. He's already been convicted of war crimes in a world court. And he's, so none of these people, anywhere outside the United States, these people would be tossed in jail for crimes against humanity. But in the United States, they're protected. George Soros, who is a free man in the United States, has a wanted dead or alive in Russia. But in the United States, we let him walk around. He's a world criminal who has crashed governments and has done horrible, horrible crimes, and actually admits to helping the Nazis sell the possessions of Jews that were being shipped off to the gas chambers during World War II. And yet this is a person that is trying to control our government and the Western world. So the world is turning. And they're going to suggest that this is a Hitler something, and this is anti-Semitic, and this is a rise against Satan. But, it's all going to go down. Israel's going to go down. You want to call it Armageddon, whatever, but this is all going to happen. And the New World Order and all their satanic minions, every single one of them are going to go down. And there's going to be a lot of bloodshed because these people are going to kill as many people as they can to try to keep themselves from being killed.
Now that you touched that subject, I would like to ask you a question, Stephen. I've been reading the news about, mainly on Facebook, about the cops raiding kids on the United States. Is that true?
The cops doing what?
Well, the cops hurting kids or innocent people on the streets. Is that true? Is that happening? Really happening?
What does that have to do with what I just said?
Well,
seriously, seriously, what is the connection? Come on, man.
Okay,
Try to have some continuity here.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to make a connection. Sure. Well,
I don't know if you're reading a list of things that you want to talk about, but I don't see the connection.
Well, I'm trying to make. I'll make the connection. There is quite a good connection. For example, civil war, right? A civil instability, right? To cause civil instability between the people, to cause fear, and to start, for example, making people believe they cannot trust the police, which is.
Right. Hey, what you're talking about is a
Agenda 21.
State.
Agenda 21.
The fascism, which is what we have here,
yes,
requires a heavy-handed police state because fascism is essentially slavery, requires slavery, and it's necessary to have a fascist police force to inflict the fear upon the citizens to keep them in line because they are no more than slaves. So that's the connection.
So do you think that for some reason they're trying to make it appear that there is a very fascist government present
They're
there.
trying to polarize the police so that the police will do the bidding of the fascists and protect them and not join the side of the people.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So that's heavy information, dude. Oh, that's very interesting because I've heard that before. The military and the police officers, for example, I've heard, Stephen, that Texas officers have been warning other officers from other states not to join this new world order. Have you heard about this?
Well, of course, there's a very good chance that when the time comes that they will not. This is why they're working so hard to develop drones. This is why they took all the helicopters away from the National Guard troops. You know, obviously there's only so much they can do, but in July 1st of 2016, Obama wrote an executive order that essentially outlined the use of drone warfare against citizens of the United States, non-combatants, and it also gave permission to foreign corporations, foreign countries, non-governmental agencies, etc., to come into the United States and kill Americans.
Going to the Getty and occupying the Getty is a very good way to wake them up, to shake them, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that serious?
That's what I recommend.
Yeah, that's what you recommend. Is there any other recommendation, for example?
To try to do what?
Well, to stop this madness. For example, what if Hillary Clinton wins? You say that this is not possible, right? But what if she does win? What are we supposed to do?
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
First of all, I say don't wait for that to happen. Do this first. Don't wait for that to happen, because if that happens, it's already going to be too late.
Did you see that Illuminati video on Angelina Jolie? Do you think that was a real video or like some kind of editing?
Yes, she's Illuminati.
She's Illuminati. Is she Jewish?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if she's Jewish or not, but she's definitely Illuminati.
Yeah. Well, why do you say that? I mean, like suddenly she's Illuminati. Why suddenly she's Illuminati?
She's always been Illuminati, but she has other issues. Okay.
Okay.
She's got she's a little bit of a. She's kind of twisted. Okay. Yeah. Let's just say she's twisted. She's got some perversions.
Okay. And do you think that video exposed she got her exposed was a video that maybe the Illuminati themselves uploaded to make her look bad because she was telling about the Illuminati to people she shouldn't?
No, I think it's more of a PR film.
Well, they did it. If they wanted to do that, make it look cool,
It worked, huh?
Yeah, sure did. Holy crap, man. You're describing a little bit what happened in Brazil, Stephen. Dilma Rousseff, I have nothing against or for her, but the thing is, she kidnapped an American senator in the 60s. She was considered a criminal, and she was banned. Dilma Rousseff.
What senator? Who did she kidnap?
I don't know.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, good for her.
She cut his balls off?
She has balls. She has balls. That's for sure. I don't know.
No, when she kidnapped this person, did she cut his balls off?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
She should have.
Yeah.
Then releases it.
She's got balls. She's got balls. That's what I say. I'll tell you for sure. But
and then when they took her into jail, they tortured her for how long?
They did for a year or more, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really legal, huh?
Thing is, she was considered a criminal here in Brazil, and she got elected. So what's stopping Hillary from doing the same?
There's a difference between being considered a criminal because you're a revolutionary and you're fighting evil than being a complete, blithering, bloody, evil murderer. I mean, come on. You cannot tell me that Dilma Rousseff has killed hundreds of people.
No, they say her buddy Lula did. But that's
who cares?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's true.
Come on, man. They don't care who you are. They shoot their own people.
Right.
And yet, come on. There's absolutely no logical reason. Dude, as I was saying earlier, the criminal head of the FBI is going to be overthrown by the agents of the FBI who are not criminals, and they are doing everything they can right now to toss that bastard in jail.
Okay. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, all right. Just Saturday night. What can I say?
Right. Saturday night, right. Saturday night. Saturday Night Live with Stephen D. Kelly. That's a pleasure for me. It's a big pleasure for me.
Woohoo. Woohoo. Huh?
There are a couple of videos I've uploaded on Hurricane Matthew, and the people that they uploaded the video originally,
Uh-huh.
they on the video they speak and they say out loud, they say that they've never seen anything like it before. I don't know if this is just something that they want to say to cause, to cause attention, but do you believe that they may be, like really never seen something like that before?
I don't understand. Never seen. What exactly you're asking?
Do you think these people are exaggerating, or do you think it's really massive? These storms are massive.
I think these storms are massive, and I think that the West Coast is getting ready to be hit by one right now. Our West Coast, fortunately, it's not going to hit near me. They say it's going to hit up in the north, but there are some warnings up there, from Canada down. So, yeah, I suspect that I originally thought that this was manipulated, and the purpose of this was somehow to cause enough destruction to disrupt the elections, of course, and to distract people from Donald Trump seizing the election.
They use a lot of things they can, Stephen, to put on the media to cause distraction. You know what I mean? For example, Hillary Clinton, if I'm not mistaken, she has been accused. There's documents leaked saying that the Clintons killed this very important guy, right? And all of this just disappeared from the media, and Hurricane Matthew took its lead, and suddenly Donald Trump took the lead with all that bullshit. I'm sorry, but
They're guilty of mass murder. You got to understand it. This is mass murder. Hillary has killed over 100 people. Okay, it's hard to keep track.
could you name like two or three?
No, what, two or three?
Yeah.
Seth Richards just killed a few months ago. It worked for the DNC. That's just one. Antonin Scalia, Supreme Court Justice. There's another. How many do you want? I mean, come on, they're dropping like flies right now. The doctor that treated her for her blood clot just turned up dead. I mean, come on, they're dropping like flies. Anybody that comes in contact with her gets killed.
Okay, so it's that serious.
Yeah, she's called a serial mass murderer.
It's pretty interesting, man. Do you think that the elections will occur?
There's a pretty good chance they'll occur.
I mean, like, do you think that maybe something could happen before that would stop the elections? For example, a hurricane or a bombing?
They're going to try very hard to do that. They're going to try the hurricane. They're going to try all sorts of things. Whether or not they'll succeed remains to be seen.
The hurricane seems to be these storms. They are very interested in these storms, man.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen, because if the storm hits the northern part of the country, it's not going to have as much effect as if it were to hit the southern part of the country. So